Good evening, everyone. Let's have a look and see what's next for BTC. Rightio, 4-hour chart. You can see we're in an uptrend here, and we're finishing the week nice and strong. So we'll have a look at the weekly candle in a minute. But before I forget, why don't you like and subscribe to the video before I get into it? And don't forget to hit that bell. So let's dive in to see what's going on. What's happening here is we've got a nice series of higher lows and higher highs happening. We're in an uptrend. Are we going to push through or are we going to turn over now? So what is next? So right now we're having a battle here at this breaker structure. So the bulls are holding, but they're running out of steam. All right. So here's where the battlefield has been all day today, and price has not moved. After a nice sort of little push up yesterday, a little bit of consolidation or compression overnight, and then a little bit more of a pop early this morning to finish off the week. We're pushing up nicely. Just having a little pullback now. But what I'm looking at is I'm looking at a target of right there tonight. So I think within 12 hours, we should be pushing up to there. So 3 good candles up here, wick through supply, and turn around for another leg down. So why I think that is that's the liquidity that's on offer. Vector candles unclaimed here. There are more above. So I know this is stretching it a little bit for now. I don't know what sort of narrative is going to give us a bump up to 69, but 69 is a bit more realistic than my next level at 72. And then you've got also another one way up here that, yeah, I don't know what narrative is going to drive that move, but so let's keep it simple for now and focus on this supply. So what we want to see is the bulls push through this. If they can push through that and break the structure, we should just come back inside the range and get a bit more liquidity and go for another move up and try and hit to this one. So that's on the cards. There hasn't been any negative or positive news over the weekend to suggest that we're going to dump on Monday. But what has been happening the last few weeks is leading into CME opening at 8 a.m. my time, which is 2 hours before the end of the weekly candle and the start of the new weekly candle. They've been pumping the price up only to dump it at Asia Open. So let's go and have a look and see what it has done, because for right now, zoomed out, we are trading in this range here with a view to push up, given that we're in a high time frame uptrend. So look at the weekly and see how we're going. So what's happened in the weekly? The last 3 weeks, green candles. Well done, everybody. Good job. Bulls have stepped in. Love it. So our target is this vector here. So I still think 73,655 is not out of the question over the next couple of weeks, or 1 week could go up simply and get it easily enough and then come back down again. But it would make, in the sequence, a high, a lower low, a lower high, lower low, lower high. If we wanted to continue down, we look for a lower low after that. If not, can we push up to this supply? Maybe get a double top and reject, or push up and go through and make a higher high. Is this the lower low for the transition to go up now and make a higher high? That's a real possibility. Are we going to just fall straight down to demand here? And if this demand doesn't hold, we're going to see something down here. All right. But you can see the liquidity is stacked to the bottom. We know that this weekly candle's got some liquidity down here. All this area here, the range we've been stuck in from 66 or 67 to 58, we're still in that range. So we've stayed in here for 6 weeks. So maybe, just maybe, we can have a breakout of that range. That vector is a target for sure. So 73,655, that's 10 grand. That's more than 10% move up. So do we want that in 1 week? No, I don't think so. I'd like to see it trending the way it is on the 4-hour. We'll go back to the 4-hour, but I'll do a new weekly candle video tomorrow so we can have a look and see what liquidity is actually on offer. All right, so back to the 4-hour. And as we said before, we're getting those higher highs and higher lows, and it's just trending nicely. Is this a lower high? Are we going to come back down to demand and make a lower low? That's also on the table. And that could happen pre-Asia. That could happen in the next 3 candles. So it's a what next, exactly what the title says. It's a what next. Where are we going? What are we doing? But the battleground's been held here. So on the hour, you can see it's broken structure to the upside again. So it's showing intent. That is all. It's got to come back and get some liquidity. And I think it should come back and get some liquidity over the next couple of hours and then go up, like I think. And you can see it's just like a little trend. If it's going to make a lower high, it'll make a lower high here. That's a little bit too obvious for mine. I think that's way too obvious. But you can also see that although we're trending, we're breaking structure to the downside, to the upside, to the downside, to the downside, to the upside. So it is kind of chop on the 1 hour, but that chop has given us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 really good tradable moves. Oh, plus this one, if you are lucky to get it, 7 really good tradable moves. You can even add that one in, an 8, and go, we've had a good run. We've actually had a good run. All right. So liquidity stacked to the downside, liquidity stacked to the upside. The thing is, it's fresh liquidity at the downside. What's easiest? Meh. 6 half a dozen of the other, really. All right. So right now, Sunday night, as we see it, like I said, only 12 and a half hours until the new weekly candle. You can see Bitcoin is stuck in this range here, has been all weekend. So this is Friday night. This is Friday night, early Saturday morning, USA. USA closed. We were compressed in here under that supply as well, just full on compressed, and then expansion. So we've got it. We've got our move. Is that the end of the move? Don't know. We'll find out. Right now, I'm positioned long. So being positioned long is my preference to pop up and do the liquidity grab, like I said, a little bit higher. I can't remember what it was, but about here. So I think we need to take some profits. That's all I can really say, is protect your capital, stay out of the market, or close out of the market before a couple of hours before Asia open, or at least de-risk. De-risk, protect your capital. There's a new move all the time. All right, so while we're here, let's have a quick look at Ethereum. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe if you've made it this far, and check out our website. Go to our website, thecontrolroom.xyz. There you can find that's your front door access to our Discord group, where we trade live in Zoom. All right, so we trade live in Zoom, not on YouTube. We have started doing some live trading sessions in YouTube, but you can come and trade with us all day, every day in our live Zoom in the Discord with the rest of the community. Come and introduce yourself. We've got a special on at the moment where if you join up by 31st of July, and upgrade to Scout, you're going into the draw for a 10K Tradeify challenge as the prize. So if you upgrade to Scout before July 31st, you're going to the draw to win a 10K trading challenge. That would be cool. So there's an incentive. All right, so let's have a quick look at ETH, because ETH is making a little push. Is it just the last push before a dump and a liquidity grab? Yeah, maybe. Volume has increased somewhat, but there's no buyer pressure in there. Not yet, not yet. If it breaks that structure, there might be. They might come from everywhere. But it looks really good on the high time frame. It's just running off. You compare that with Bitcoin's 4-hour chart. Who looks the strongest? ETH is really trending nice. Really trending nice. So we've got our base formed here. And since then, where we've taken our longs down here, it's just gone. It just keeps going. It's awesome. I'm going to have to do an add-on before I go to bed tonight, I think. But ETH is looking really good. There's a lot of good narrative around ETH, I think, at the moment. And look where it bounced. Right on a 4-hour demand. How can you miss that trade? You can't get a better trade. That is our strategy. What we're looking at there is our strategy. So if you want to learn the strategy, come into the control room. We'll teach it to you. Join up as Scout and go into the draw for the 10K trading challenge, or the Tradeify challenge, sorry. And come and meet the community. Come and introduce yourself. Go to the website. Catch you in 12 hours for the new weekly candle. Have a good day.